the Next Level Oasis podcast, hashtag NLO Pod on all your socials. We are live right now on YouTube and on TikTok and on Twitch. But we're not live on TikTok because you didn't set up the what you call it. But
It's
it's
all
cool though.
good.
We're still live. YouTube and on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it. It's your boy JD Lee at GL_Spectre. I got JT at J Stacks. We're
Yo,
back. It's
yo.
episode 16. How you feeling, cousin?
I'm feeling good, man.
Good, good,
It's
good.
football
Hey,
season.
I was about to say we a couple of weeks late, but it's week three of the NFL season. Things are heating up. Some teams disappointing us, some teams making us real confused,
I mean,
and some teams are doing what they're supposed to do.
I would say one
Uh,
team ain't disappointing me. They making me laugh, but you go ahead.
if we get a chance, you know what's funny? Out of all the questions I got, that ain't one of them. It ain't even worth talking about. But before we get started, since you mentioned it, we'll give an honorable mention or honorable laugh to our New Orleans Saints. They oh Lord Jesus. They're trying their best. Hey, shout out to the snake, Spencer Rattler. He can ball. And we were wrong about him. It's not a him problem. Today the defense was what I like to call doo-doo water.
Good thing you
What's your
ain't played
thoughts?
them in your fantasy league today.
I played my fantasy today.
You
I
had
played
them.
the snake.
No, I'm talking about the Saints defense. You switched it up to Carolina defense, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. I benched the Saints because I knew that Seahawks was going to score. I just I just believed in Spencer, but Spencer didn't have enough support.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm
we'll
gonna
see
be
how that
honest.
goes.
The Saints don't deserve our time on this right now. All I gotta say is they doing exactly what I expected. Nada, no discipline,
Yeah.
nothing. That's all I'm gonna say.
No discipline, multiple penalties in the first quarter. But like we said, we're not going to waste too much time on them. We do wish for the best, if they can turn it around. But I always said, even I think last year, don't turn it around and be a seven and whatever the difference is, 10 team. If you're going to do it, do it. And if you're going to be bad, be bad. Pick a side so that
Exactly.
we can either march for Arch or get the bus for Garrett Nuss or
I mean,
roll
I
with
don't know if we
Rattler
want to
or
march for Arch right now. He ain't.
speaking of, we
Arch
weren't
ain't
really going to talk
looking
about college today, but let's talk about Arch real quick. Question of right now, what do you think is going on with Arch?
pressure. I think he got too much pressure on, and he can't see.
Okay.
He need glasses, and he got a deal. He got an
But
NIL deal with glasses, but he don't wear them in the
yeah,
games.
I was about to say the exact same thing. He have a whole, I think it's Warby Parker or one of them companies. He got I got my surgery, and I got my glasses, and I can see everything. And Cooper on there, like, it's part of me too. No, Cooper, this is why Peyton and Eli are better. Your genes are decent, but they're not the best. No,
I
I'm
mean,
messing.
he
Arch gonna be
playing
okay,
like
dude.
he playing like Jameson before when Jameson needs some glasses, man.
You
Shout out
keep
to
saying
J Mo
Jameis'
though.
son is Jameis
Jameis,
Winston.
man, I like
You be
calling him
mixing their
Jameson.
names together.
Hell
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
But still, man, Winston, bro, he needed some context. But now Archburg, he losing
Yeah,
a lot of stock right now, which he's showing
yeah.
he ain't finna come out this year. I could say, I don't know. It's a lot going on. Pressure maybe, coaching maybe.
Hmm.
He's not. And another thing, it's no competition for him right now.
Hmm.
I don't appreciate. I ain't gonna say that, but looking at Texas Longhorn schedule, most recently
Hmm.
their first game they play Ohio State. After that, the past 3 games now they've been playing the small schools like
Yeah,
and you struggling against them, come on, man, you need some competition
yeah.
out there. So that's just how I feel about that. Hopefully he could turn it around, but right now we're 4 games in and your stock falling, bro. You playing? He it's almost like he playing like he truth be told, he don't want to come out. He want to stay another year.
And maybe he doesn't because he knows the teams who are going to be at the bottom, Saints being one of them. Maybe he doesn't want to do that. The players in some form or fashion can slightly control their destiny. So it could be some of that. I don't think it's that. I think it's more of we're seeing what he looks like, and it's just call it what it is. He's been. I'm not saying he won't be great because I like to believe in him because it's in his DNA to be literally a two-time Super Bowl champion. If your uncles both did it twice, uh, stats would show you should probably do it too. Um, I just think right now where he's at, he's inconsistent. He's making rush decisions, and he's playing almost as if he was like a rookie in the NFL, just getting used to the style of play and all that. Last year when Ewers went down, he had when Arch came out, I think it was 4, maybe 5 games.
Mhm.
He had flashes of like, oh, he a dog,
All right.
but you know,
Not
we'll
not
see.
this year. He ain't got no
No,
flash yet.
no, they got I was just trying to pull it up just now. I'm thinking they got Florida next, which should be in a couple of weeks. So they have next week off. Then they got Florida, and then they got Oklahoma.
Florida
So
not Florida not doing good this year neither. So that
Florida's
should
not
be
doing good, but they're playing hard. Everybody they play, and so it should be a test for Texas. They're supposed to win the game, but will they win the game?
so
That's to be determined.
you saying yesterday scoring 7 points to Miami 26 was playing hard.
No, I'm talking about LSU. See, I didn't even watch it.
You talking about they play LSU hard, huh? I mean, oh boy, threw 5 interceptions. That playing hard,
Well, because our defense did what they were supposed to do.
right?
Our
So
defense played like they were supposed to play. But well, enough about Arch. We're talking about the March for Arch because we're talking about the NFL season, and with it being week 3, you have a couple of teams who are 3-0, who are I don't know if you would consider them a surprise, but you also have a couple of teams who are 0-3, um, and a few of them to me are a surprise. But let's start with the positive first. Your 3-0 team that I would like to talk about a little bit is your I was about to say San Diego Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers, formerly of San Diego.
I'm not surprised.
Uh, Talk about it a little bit.
I'm not. I'm look at their head coach. I'm not surprised
Hmm.
at that. They got a head coach in
Hmm.
Harbaugh, so he he's a Super Bowl coach himself. He's a college championship coach himself, so he
Yep.
has the resume. They have a quarterback. They receivers are starting to step up now. All they
Yeah.
need is a really a good running game, and they got defense. So you know what I'm saying. I I knew they would be there. Now to be honest, 3-0, maybe not just because looking at initially who their first game was going to be, which was the Chiefs, but they beat
Hmm.
the Chiefs. Other than
Yeah.
that, I felt like they would make some noise out there, and they doing so right now.
Yeah. I mean, they won today to a pretty solid Broncos team, a 1-1 Broncos team, but a team who, on paper last year, after Bo Nix came out of shell and they won however many games in a row, you start to get that feeling of, oh, I mean, we joke about it all the time. It's the New Orleans Broncos or the Denver Saints, however you want to call it, because Peyton's there and so many of the Saints players. But it looked like Peyton's magic started rubbing off on Bo Nix last year at the end of the year. The last, I think it was 6 or 7 games. It was like, oh crap, they're hitting. Um, but this year, a little bit of inconsistency, but they put up a good fight to the Chargers, led the game going into the fourth quarter. And then the Chargers scored 10 points in the fourth, including the last second field goal with a few ticks left on the clock to win. So, what's your ceiling currently for the Chargers?
I mean, their ceiling for them is playoffs, definitely playoffs. Now, I can't say I say at least first round playoff. They at least
But
pass
that's
the
where they
first.
lost last year
That's why
to the Texans.
they gotta get out the first round playoffs this year. That's
Hmm.
what I say because I still don't want to count the Chiefs out, even though they're 0 and
Yeah.
2, but they're winning right now against the Giants, so they're gonna be
Yeah,
two and
sixteen
they're gonna
nine
be
with
one and
7 minutes
two.
left.
Yeah,
They're about to score again, actually.
yeah, I still won't count the Chiefs out right now.
Hmm.
The Bengals, and I know we're jumping around but kind of explaining the way the Bengals look today without Joe Burrow. They
was
and
scary.
he might not. And he, by the time he come back, if they play like this, they gonna be out of
Yeah,
playoff content. And if I was him, I wouldn't even come back if they out of playoff content. So I would say you take the Chargers is taking the Bengals spot at this point. So you still gonna have the Ravens. To me, you still gonna
yeah.
have the Chiefs and the
The
AFC
Bills.
and the Bills. Now Chargers taking the Bengals spot. That's the top four to me right there.
Yeah.
Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, and Chargers. And then below them, you got the other teams below them.
Bills, Ravens, Chiefs,
And
and
Chargers is my
Chargers.
top
Chargers
four
and
right now.
Chiefs are in the same division.
Well, you still could. Chargers and Chiefs,
Yeah,
the
I
Chargers could
believe
win
they
a
are.
division,
It's
and but
Raiders.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Raiders.
Raiders,
You
Chiefs,
right.
Chargers, and Broncos. Yeah,
Them two could. The Chargers could win a division, but the Chiefs and Chargers could still make the playoffs. So, and I mean,
yeah.
right now with the AFC South, the Colts, man, hold up. We gotta
We're,
we getting on. You know what? Let's move
we're
it
going
on.
there. We're
Let's
talking about teams who are doing good. Go ahead, talk about
so
it. How you feel about the Colts and Danny Dimes is back?
was it a system? Was it a system?
So listen, Saquon leaves. It's jumping over people. It's Madden cover Super Bowl winner. Next thing you know, Danny Dimes leaves. We thought it was crazy that he didn't take the money or whatever. Well, I think it was 100 million. I can't remember what it was. And nah, I'm good. Y'all trading y'all. I'm out of here. Cool, whatever. And now they're balling.
It's like,
Colts are out here 3-0, number one in the AFC South,
is he
and
Peyton
putting up some
Manny?
solid wins.
Is he Peyton Manny over there? Like,
Listen, he got them believing. Jonathan Taylor today, I think it was a 45-yard run, hitting spin moves. Like it says something about the system and about the quarterback when it all comes together, it legit comes together.
it's the
And then
system.
I guess that's why it gets so frustrating when you look at certain other teams. It's like, dang. And I'll just use the Bengals, like we just talked about. The Bengals were literally a sack away from a Super Bowl win 4 years ago when Donald got the sack and they celebrated at the end of the game. She was driving down to win the game. Seemed like it was inevitable. Okay, Bengals about to win. Cool. Burrow gets the Heisman, gets the championship at LSU, now gets the Super Bowl. Like boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, they get derailed, and he's never been the same again. That team has never been the same again. Now you got all this drama with Trey Hendrickson about to leave, then he finally stays, and so on and so forth. Being so close, the Colts look like they're about to be that team of old, like the Bengals were a few years ago, where they're about to go on this run. Between them and the Chargers, it's going to be that's like Manning and Rivers. Well, that's what we're talking
That's
about
that,
right now.
bruh. Hey, Manny and Rivers out, bruh. Because Anthony Richardson, sorry for him, man.
He's not getting his job back. It's over.
I think he need to request a trade or something. He may do
To
better
where?
than
Be a
the
backup somewhere
Bengals.
else.
The Bengals.
But you take him over. Who is it? Browning over
Yeah,
there.
I would. The way Brownie played today, man, look.
5 turnovers, and I know because I played against the Vikings defense in both my fantasy leagues.
35 points there, bro.
In our league and in my other league, I'm like, okay, I got the Vikings in my other league, no big deal. I check our league, and I'm like, why am I losing by so many points? Keep scrolling. I'm looking for a wide receiver, killing it. Nope.
Vikings 35. They one player
5 turnovers,
had
and it was supposed to be. He had 2 pick sixes. Isaiah,
no, he had a pick
Rock,
six and a fumble recovery for a
yeah, he had an
touchdown.
F6, pick six, a
F6,
scoop and
huh?
score, do they call it?
Yeah, scoop and scope, bird.
I call it F6. But they were supposed to have 7 because they had 2 more forced fumbles. They didn't recover. So that's the type of time the doggone Vikings was on today. And the
And,
Bengals look
and Vikings, they had Carlson Wentz. When the last time y'all heard that name?
when he was going on a run to be MVP before his leg decided to give out on him on a run to the end zone.
And then Nick Foles took his spot.
And so you talk about the system, right? Carson Wentz was what Daniel Jones is doing right now. I think they were 9 or 10-0 or something like that. He literally takes runs to the end zone. I remember like it was yesterday. I think it was a Sunday night game to the right side of the end zone. Is diving, hits his leg wrong, and ain't never been the same since. Foles comes in with that Foles magic, wins the Super Bowl, and now he's the star. Wentz comes back the next year, it's not the same again. Foles is back in, Wentz is out. And now here's Wentz. And here's JJ McCartney for the second year in a row, getting hurt.
About to
And
lose
somebody sick.
Hey, and speaking and just talking about systems
Mhm.
today, Baker Mayfield played against his old coach who let him go at Carolina.
Yeah.
But Carolina won, but we ain't going there.
Yeah.
But still, y'all had a QB in Baker Mayfield. He was trash with the Browns. And so
The
you got to
system.
look at the system. It's the system, man.
It's
It's
the
not
system.
always the QB. It's the system. So
Yep.
I'm really starting to believe it's the system. The QBs can do it. It's the system. It's how you. It's what you allow the QB to do and things like
Yeah.
that. So now,
No, completely. It's definitely the system, but we're talking about 0-3 teams or 3-0 teams. Last one I want to cover here before we jump to something else with the NFL would be your Texans.
my
What do
Texans.
you think? Yeah, I'm putting it on you. What do
My
you think is
Texans
because Big John Boy ain't here to talk and ain't here to defend them. What you think going on with
coaching.
them? Hmm.
D'Amico, he's not an offensive minded coach.
Right.
He's more defense. They got the defense because today was a defensive game, hands down.
Hmm.
But offense, they can't run the ball. Their
Hmm.
receivers stay hurt. They can't keep CJ from not being put on his back. I just think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they would be a solid team as if they had the right, like, to me personally, they have the
Hmm.
right personnel on the team. They just don't have
Hmm.
the coaching. Like, I don't even know
The
who the
scheme is
offensive
off.
coach is. Like, I don't know who the offensive coordinator is, but the scheme,
Hmm.
they don't understandably, their running back Joe Mixon, he out right now.
Hmm.
But if he was there, would it be different? Maybe, because he
Yeah.
Joe do his thing. But right now you can see the flaws. They're hurting without a running game. Without that
So
running
this right
game, it's
here,
killing them.
just for some context, I pulled up what you were talking about. This is Nick Caley or Caley. He's the offensive coordinator.
Who that?
He came from the Rams
Mm,
as the passing game coordinator, but this is his first time as an OC and first time calling plays. And so
okay.
you see there's some space there where he's not comfortable.
He's not
Or
trusting his
if he's
team
comfortable, the
either.
people there's no trust between the two of them. Yeah, somebody not trusting somebody.
Cause he to like the I would say I watched the ending of the Texans game and
Hmm.
the intercept that CJ threw. It to me,
Hmm.
you could see a disconnect to coaching him. Like, let CJ do a little bit more. He's been
Hmm.
there long enough. Give him take the training wheels off of CJ and let him handle that and see where things will go from there. Because
Yeah,
again, they got the receivers. Kristen Kirk, he was
yeah.
stepping. He at the end he was stepping up,
No,
but
Kirk is good at playing against his old team with the Jags.
yeah. So because I mean they shouldn't have. That was a low scoring game. I appreciate the Jags defense giving me 13 in the fantasy league though. Appreciate that.
Should have picked them up. I forgot who I should have played. I should have played doggone Mariota instead of playing Snake. I
you
thought Spencer was gonna do something for me.
you went with the
I hope.
snake and you went with Atlanta defense. Dang, I was
Cause,
gonna
'cause-
go for Atlanta defense too.
but listen, because Atlanta defense was playing halfway decent the first couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, they get, they averaging
And
seven,
then they
eight.
come
I can do
against
that.
Carolina and couldn't do nothing out of all
Again,
teams.
it's Carolina. Y'all gonna destroy them. I'm like, if there's any week I want Atlanta to win or at least halfway pretend to win and then lose at the end, it'll be
This
this
was,
week.
and they
Them
didn't.
suckers couldn't get nothing going.
Can't
I'm like,
trust
all
an
right, it's all
NFC.
good.
Can't trust another NFC South team, bro.
Can't trust them. Nah.
Unless they
So
Tampa
speaking of
Bay.
NFC, yeah, no, I don't trust Tampa Bay right now either. And I personally, shout out to Dirty Torch. What's up, Ricardo? Appreciate you chiming in, taking us out right now. Speaking of NFC. Let's talk about Philly. Talk about the Super Bowl champs. So down by 19 going into the third quarter, came back to beat the Rams. How much of that would you say is mental toughness or just adjustments? Is it because they've been there before so they can come back and do what they got to do, or is it a no? This is Sirianni. Again, I don't know. Remember who their new OC is now. That Kellen Moore left, but is it that?
They've been. It's not that. Definitely because the past few games they barely been winning by the skin of their teeth, and their
Mhm.
offense ain't been putting up big numbers. Last year, if
Right.
you paid attention, their offense was putting up numbers. So
Well, that's
see,
the reason I picked up Saquon this year.
and he
And I'm
ain't
like,
putting up them numbers.
where's the 2,000 yard Saquon then? I'm
So
struggling right now.
I think it was more of this. They won this game today, more of just personnel, team
Hmm.
wise. Like they knew they'd been there before, and them boys fought through it. It had nothing to do with the coaches. Now, on the other hand, perhaps you know the Rams coaching might have, because they was fighting the Rams. The Rams was
Hmm.
leading the game most of the time.
Yeah,
So
19-point lead.
I felt like Philly this year. It seems like Philly is leaning on their defense more than anything. Although they
Yeah.
lost Darius Slay back there, and they got a boy. I forgot his name. I don't want to be like, but the white boy. He truth be told, he is a white boy at safety.
You talking about the boy who got the song after him. I can't think of his name. He has a whole song about him right
I can't think his name, but everybody know who we talking about. The only white boy DB for the Eagles. Everybody know who we talking about. But to
now. Yeah.
me, it looks like they leaning on their defense this
Cooper
year.
DeJean.
There you go. They leaning on their
Yeah.
defense because the offense, although AJ Brown had 100 some yards, I think today, but Jalen Hurts he's still running, so that's cool. But the offense ain't the same like it was last year. They're not putting up
No, it's
numbers, but
not.
they getting the
And
windows.
you saw that from the first game of the season with the Cowboys, how the offense and defense, excuse me, how the
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys just moved the ball, minus a few plays. And I personally think that delay that they had cost the Cowboys the game because they were comfortable. Like that was probably the most comfortable I've ever seen Dak Prescott play. And I went, oh, okay. I don't like the Cowboys at all. I'm glad they lost.
Yeah,
But
we
just
like
watching, I'm like, oh, they look like a well-oiled machine. Okay, CD doing this and this is happening. And who cares about Michael Parsons? That we winning, and the next thing you know, just delayed, and here you go. Now the Eagles on the run. So I'm not. Speaking of Cowboys, they got spanked today by the
CD
Bears.
got hurt though.
Yeah,
That
CD
ankle.
got hurt.
But that this George
Yeah,
Pickens should have stepped up, and he ain't stepping up yet.
that's what he's there for, to be that number two, and he
He ain't.
couldn't do it. Um, Speaking of, there was a lot of injuries today.
Tell me
There
about
was
it.
James Conner. He's out for the year now.
Here, oh man, poor Connor.
That's tough. And then you say CD, Justin Reed for the Saints. He came back. He had a concussion, and Kool Aid also had a concussion. He came back also.
Man, we don't
Somebody
worry
else
about
from
this.
another team.
We don't worry about the Saints, man.
It's an honorable mention for injuries.
Man, listen,
They souls
they
injured.
they
I'm
deep
not gonna be mad about
them DB is trash, man. Alante
it.
Taylor,
Listen,
he ain't
that's
ready.
when Honey Badger got out. He said, "Nah, I ain't going out like that." We was bad last year. They said it's about to be worse. I'm dipping.
Right? Like, come
My
on.
boy posted a picture of his family last week. Said new profile pictures, him and his kids. He happy. He at home chilling.
I ain't mad at him because them DBs. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Oh yeah, we ain't getting stuck. Oh, Najee Harris also and Nick Bosa. All of them
Najee got hurt
got
today.
hurt.
I ain't noticed that. I saw
Yeah, I'm
Bosa.
trying to pull it up. Yeah,
Okay.
Najee, Nick Bosa, CD, and some other people. That's tough. Moving on. Moving on, because we got a lot to cover. Again, week three. It's been an interesting year, and we're not going, as Paul Heyman would say, prognosticate. We ain't gonna talk about wrestling, but we ain't gonna predict too much into the future because it's only week three.
Hmm.
Some teams who are 0-3 can still make the playoffs very easily, actually, by winning your division and just run the table, run 4 or 5 in a row. The next thing you know, you're back in it. Some teams who are 3-0 will miss the playoffs because sometimes that's how it works. An injury happens or whatever. It's all about adjustments and making the change. But let's go on to the surprise. Let me see if you call this a surprise. Aaron Rodgers. How much you say
Nah,
that?
nah, he not a surprise. He Aaron Rodgers. He
He was Aaron Rodgers.
here's why I'm not surprised right now.
Okay.
He took his time before he told the Steelers. Well, he already told the Steelers he was going to
Hmm.
sign, but he took his time before he signed because he claimed he needed to take care of some personal things. So he said once he get taken care of that, he all football. And to me, he's been all football. You know, he's Aaron Rodgers. He gonna throw his intercepts. Don't get that twisted. He gonna throw them intercepts.
Please
He
believe.
gonna have one game where he throw about 4 touchdowns, and then he gonna have another game where he might be mediocre to game. Like today, he was mediocre. That's Aaron Rodgers for you at 40 years old. What you expect, man? Come on.
Yeah.
So that I expect that out of him.
No, I think it's good for him. He actually today, I was just looking at it a second ago. He passed Favre in career TD passes, obviously different teams. Um, how much weight should you give, uh, I guess holistically, not just with Rodgers, or we can start with Rodgers in his career and then go kind of every quarterback. But would you give in the milestones? Like, do you give weight to Breeze holding legitimately damn near every record as a quarterback outside of the ones that Brady took the last couple of years he played after Breeze? Do you hold weight into that touchdown passes and things like that? Does that define the legacy, or is it more about the wins and things they did like that?
Football is a team sport. So when you say my legacy as an individual player, his stats holds more weight to me. Wins is a team. When we
Mhm.
speaking of Breeze, the touchdowns and all of that, he was putting up stats. The games that they lost, did he lose the games or did his defense lose the game? He's
The
not playing
defense,
defense,
right?
so I say, for his legacy, the stats speaks loud. Now, of course, people are gonna say, well, Tom Brady
Hmm.
had 6 rings and 7 rings or whatever. But how
Yeah.
many rings was legit rings that we're not gonna go too far, but of course people
Hmm.
know about you so called him cheating, and they talking about him cheating again as a
With the
minority
Raiders.
owner. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man.
No,
So
they can't leave my boy alone. Tommy chilling.
but I say stats, define your
Hmm.
legacy. Wins, yes, as well. But if you got the stats, your name is up there. You're
Hmm.
gonna forever be remembered until somebody pass you up. So,
Yeah.
you're gonna your name is gonna always be seen, and they're gonna always talk about you. Hey,
Yeah.
such and such has this many touchdowns. Such and such is close to this person with this many touchdowns. So they're gonna still
Yeah.
talk about. They're not gonna say, "Oh, such and such close to passing up his touchdowns. He didn't win that many games though, but he had this many." They're not gonna say that. So that I look at it like that. Stats
Yeah.
will speak for his legacy.
No, definitely. And I like all the ones that Breeze got. And I look at it from an appreciation perspective of the consistency that he had, or Brady had, or Manning had, or there's a couple other cats, Marino, Favre, the goats of the sport. And it's a testament to their health to be there and longevity for that many years. But I don't necessarily think it is a like predicated on how great you and your team were, to your point.
Mhm.
Now, Rodgers, in this particular case, passing the floor was a big deal, obviously, because that was his predecessor in Green Bay and all the things he did afterwards. But Favre left Green Bay and took Minnesota to the NFC Championship game. He took the Jets to a decent couple of years. Rodgers ain't do that yet. And so,
Rogers got hurt his first year to the Jets, if you remember that
yeah, he had
Achilles,
first play in the game, but he had all last year.
and he
First,
was
yeah,
looking good that year in the beginning. Yeah, he was.
he
He was
was
looking.
in the beginning because he was on my fantasy team. He wasn't looking he wasn't looking that great.
He got hurt though. That particular game, he was about to
Yeah,
till he got hurt.
comment. Ricardo asked you to put the comments on. Let him know comments on now. so he could talk trash to us. No, man, Rodgers is I'm a fan. I mean, all the nonsense off the field, I ain't worrying about that too much no more. But no, he's been solid, and I appreciate him. Um, last question for me, and then I want to see if you got some questions. Uh, what do today's games tell us about the teams who are dark horses or the ones who exceeded expectations? Um, Texans, Jaguars, Bears, Cowboys. Do you see the people who are 0 and 3, 3 and 0, 1 and 1, whatever the case is, who are trending bad to stay bad, like a Texans or Cowboys, honestly, are the ones who are doing really good, like a Bears, are to continually get better and better. What's your outlook for those type of teams? Not the ones who are great. The Bills are going to be the Bills or whoever else. But what about those middle ground teams?
Any given Sunday, man, except for the Saints, they gonna be bad.
Relax.
but let's start with the Texans. Yeah, they 0-3. They division trash to me, but again, the coach stepping up. Like I say, right now, until the Texans can get a running game, they're gonna probably dig themselves deep in a hole until they get a running game. That's how
I can't I can't respond to you because Kevin, who's
I
supposed
know
to be on here right now,
he's saying all trash. Man, bring
is in
yourself
the
in
chat.
here.
Kevin's supposed to be actually talking to us, but he don't like to talk to us. It's okay. We appreciate him, brother.
It's all
But
good.
no, Texans do need to fix a lot of things. I see them finishing like at 500. They'll be all right. They're not gonna go 0 and whatever like we will.
Nah,
But
not like the Cowboys.
mhm.
They gon' it's hard to say. I don't like the Cowboys, so personally, I wouldn't mind them going, 0-5, 0-6 at the
The Cowboys go 0 and 20. I wouldn't give them a couple extra games to try to win, and they lose all those
right.
games.
I mean, but the teams that you look at today, the Browns beat the Packers, man. Like, come on now, the Browns beat the Flacco, bro, Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, listen, Sleepy Joe playing decent. I want him to stop playing decent. I want him to take a nap because I'm ready for Shador time. I got him on the bench. I'm just waiting for that moment because the second I take him off the bench, Joe gonna get hurt, and whoever else on the team gonna get pneumonia, and then Sergio gonna come in and have 8 touchdowns, and he gonna be in the waiver
I don't know
wire.
if the Texans gonna win that division right now. You got Danny Jones. I don't know.
Danny Dimes is the future. Danny Dimes going 11 and whatever that difference is, 11
The
and
coach,
6
man.
with the coach. So real quick, as we wrap, because unless you got something that you wanted to bring up with the NFL, I think when you're looking at it, we were talking about the Chargers earlier. I don't think I even said this. For me, their ceiling, the way they're playing right now, is losing in the championship
Against
game.
who?
But against the Bills.
Oh,
The Bills are
so
the most complete
so
team
you saying the
because I
Bills
don't
is
think
complete, and so you don't think the Ravens is a complete team?
I'm about to talk about the Ravens. Hang tight.
Okay.
Because I still personally have not seen the same consistency with the Ravens that I have with the Bills in terms of a full game. They're killers. They're both putting up 40 points a game and all that jazz. But the way the Bills play, it kind of reminds me, and this is a big compliment, so I know it's going to be kind of outrageous. But the way the Bills have been playing kind of remind me of the Patriots, that it's boring to watch, but next thing you know, they've won again. Like the difference between that and that is, and you're right. Take Josh Allen out, Dirty Torture said, the Bills ain't nothing, and take Tom Brady out, the Patriots ain't been nothing. So my analogy is actually good. It's the quarterback who controls the team. You drop Josh Allen in any other team, it's going to be good. That's the way I'm feeling right now. Lamar has been great in his
So you're
system
saying
also.
so based off of that, you're saying if we take Josh Allen from the Bills and put him in Cleveland, they're gonna be
There's some, yeah,
okay.
you got to have a halfway decent defense. I just need people to catch the ball. And what's crazy about this is nobody wanted Josh Allen. when he came out, and he was trash his first year or two. So that's what gives me hope about Spencer Rattler as we wrap up tonight. Is that nobody wanted Josh Allen the first couple of years when the Bears took him. He was kind of like, oh, okay, he's there. I think who was their quarterback before him? Was it Fitzpatrick? That was when Fitzpatrick was jumping around different teams. I can't remember who took Josh Allen's spot or who Josh Allen took
It
his
was
spot from.
Fitz. I think it was Fitz.
I think it was Fitz because at that point had been around to 17 different teams.
And then once Josh
But
took his spot, then he went to Miami, and then
then
he went everywhere.
Fitzpatrick had been around to every team. True journeyman. If it wasn't him, it was Teddy Bridgewater. One of them been like Jameis Winston now. Yeah, put Fitzpatrick. No, not Fitzpatrick. Put Josh Allen with the Saints. We leading. All Josh Allen is here's a hot take. Is Taysom Hill with more weight.
I mean, so if we put Josh Allen with the Saints, he gonna do something with our offensive line. Stay hurt, man. Josh Allen
That's a
come here,
Mickey.
he gonna get
That's
hurt.
a Mickey Loomis issue.
Josh Allen gonna get hurt. He come to the Saints, man.
Yeah, and he
So
gonna get fat like Zion. We ain't talking about that.
we're gonna leave the Saints
Listen,
alone, man. We gotta stop
we're
it.
gonna leave them all alone. It's
Number
week
one pick
three.
this year for the Saints. That's what they have.
March for Arch, did the bus for Nuss. That sounds suspect. Pause.
Man. This
Listen, it's week three of the NFL season. It's the Next Level Oasis podcast. Hashtag NLO Pod. On your socials is G David League. It's JT J Mo Stacks. It's Dirty Torta in the comments. Kevin Eaton with the family. He don't want to talk with us tonight. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week, and the next week, and the next week as we wrap things up. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good jazz. We also got the NLO 3 count, the wrestling side of the pod coming soon, and of course, some more NLO gaming coming soon as well. Yeet to that. All right, y'all. Peace.